Okay. Let's see how this sounds. Testing. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I got a new headset and a new mic, so just making sure everything sounds fine and good and dandy. Let's go ahead and open up. Let's see here, make sure. We'll go ahead and turn the music back on. Alrighty. So first things first, let's actually go check out Celebri. I gotta remember that it's at Celebri. We're gonna go check out. Nope, wrong button. Gonna go to the Soul system. I'm gonna go to the UC Vigilance. While all this stuff is still very early, work in progress stuff, so I'm still actively working on things. Some things might change, some things might not. Let's see how it all loads in. Yeah, some ships I still need to go in and reapply the correct fixes to, but as you can tell, some ships do load in correctly. I need to fix the factions on some of these so they all show up the right way. There's the Vigilance. And then there should be... Oh, there it is. Yeah, another Punic over there. Some Marathons, some Halcyons, some Epochs. I think there might be some frigates and some other stuff jumping in occasionally for the random ship activity. I have not messed with any of that stuff yet, but I was looking at another mod that someone made earlier that has to do with ship activity. Let's activate my engines, leave stealth mode, as it were. Give you a better example of just how big some of these ships are. Now they just have basic block collision on them now, so if I get kind of close, yeah, you can see I'll start brushing up against them. I'll make some better collision for all these things later on. I have to hand do it, otherwise I have to do it some other way outside of making the collision for that. But yeah, you can see big engine. Come on, stop freaking out. Oh, maybe it's because I'm... Yeah, there we go. I was locked on to something. So you can see just one of these engines is bigger than the whole of this ship right here. They're pretty big. Yeah, I still need to fix the engagement distance and how they space apart from each other. Because right now they still have the vanilla ship stuff, and so they get right up on each other's ass. And it's rather unfortunate. Oh, this is the Vigilance. Punic class supercarrier. Howdy, howdy, Paul. I'm probably going to go through and apply a different material to these engine blocks because I do not like how the stripiness of this all looks. Which would be super easy. I mean, it takes like a couple minutes to do that, given that these are using vanilla Starfield materials, actually. None of these use custom materials. The only ship in the whole of these ships right now, no, some of them are static. That's the UC Vigilance, so it's moving around a little bit. They're like they're actual ships, but I placed them in cell mode, so right now they don't really do anything. I can go to, let's see where I can get some to spawn. Maybe Deimos? Maybe Deimos Star Yards? Let's check the Star Yard. Might have some there. I need to go through and change up all the ships that spawn in different locations. There's a lot of civilian ones, and I still need to fix all the Freestar Collective stuff. Make sure I'm not running any other unnecessary programs. No, okay. Do we have any here, or is it just vanilla stuff? I think that's a vanilla ship. Let's get right up close. Yeah. Yeah, that's a vanilla ship. Kind of touch and go sometimes while I'm still working on it, trying to figure out how to actually make those ships that I want to spawn and not the leveled lists of vanilla ships. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can see it's still a little buggy while they're using the vanilla ship like engagement and interaction stuff, but hey, if I'll sit still, you can see these two ships are moving. These are some Halcyon class. The Halcyon Flight 1, which is modeled after the original Pillar Bottom, not the rework from Reach and Combat Evolved Anniversary. Excuse me, I don't think we have any other UNSC ships here. Yeah, I think just these two right now. They're pretty big though. I also need to, yeah, lower their mobility like a lot, because they spin around, they move too fast, so that needs to get modified. Now, see, initially, I'd probably get them working like M-class ships. The only problem is that's just a size factor thing, but I also want smaller classes of ships. But in Halo, there's not a lot of ships of, like, these size, like the ship that I'm in now, or that one. And they definitely don't make a whole lot of modular ships in the Halo universe. So right now, the way that I'm probably going to do it is the classes of ships will change depending on type and mass size of ships. So the Halcyons and cruisers and things of that nature will become the new B class, and the smaller carriers, what's up, Al? The smaller carriers, like the ones that you can use for the player ships that are about 2.5 kilometers long, like the Phoenix class, which is the Spirit of Fire, or the Epoch, which is the same length as the Spirit of Fire, so that's probably going to be one I'm going to include. Those will probably be the C class, and then things that are smaller than cruisers, like you know, corvettes or frigates, or prowlers, stuff like that, or other civilian vessels that are smaller. Those will all be the A-class ships. I think that's what these are right now. I think I just replaced the A-class ships. I don't know what yeah, you can see you can see the actual ship inside when I focus on it. But it also doesn't tell me... Oh wait, no, I have to hit F. Yeah, so this is an A class, you can see. That one's an A class, and then let's see. Oh, they're trying to kiss. That one's also an A class. Yeah, they still have their original names too, so it's UC Sec Chimera, and they still have the basic ass box collision, so they don't work super well. And I'm bumping into them because it's just a box. I know one place I did see some other ships was New Atlantis, probably, or over Jemison. Let's see. See how this works, and then I'll show. Oh, this fucking trash can. I've rearranged my desk, and so now I keep hitting my trash can with my foot. Alright, there we go. So we got a destroyer, and then another Halcyon, and then it looks like it's it for now. Yeah, as I'm trying to get more and more of these vanilla ships to be replaced. I have some civilian ship models for the Halo universe, but I don't have any of them in yet to replace all these civilian ships. But after I get some of these tweaked up and manipulated a little bit better, then I'll probably do that. Even these destroyers, which are fairly small in comparison in other Halo ships, are pretty big. Oh, and he is gunning it. I need to fix those engine effects too. Don't run me over. I think, oh god, I want to say the Halberd, which is this one, the Halberd class destroyer. I want to say that's like 300-ish meters long, maybe somewhere around there. I don't remember. I was surprised to find out that they're actually smaller than the frigates. I thought they were the same size or a little bit bigger. And of course the Halcyons are 1.2 kilometers, so they're pretty big. Engine effects are working fine on there. Why are yours all weird and blocky, buddy? Why do they look like that? The Covenant ships do not have any engine effects on them right now. Let's see if we can't get a frigate to spawn over here. I've seen them spawn in combat zones. Oh, here you go. The only frigate I have in game right now is the Charon or Charon or whatever you want to call it. Class frigate, the one from Halo 3. What am I using as a reference? Like, what do you mean, Paul? As a reference for what? For scale, I set the scale in Blender, and I make sure it's the lore accurate scale, and then I just apply the transforms, and then I move the model over to 3D. Oh, look, you got a Halcyon over there too. And then I move the model over to 3DS, and then use 3DS or 3D Max to export it and create the NIF, and then I edit the materials in NIF scope, and then I just apply it all in the CK. And these are, as I've stated a couple times before, these all actually use vanilla materials that don't look too bad. You know, I was going to use a bunch of custom materials, but I've found some really nice plated metals that look really good. And so I'll probably stick with these for now. Oh, how do I know what the scale is according to the lore? It's all online information. You know, for the official canon ships, it's super easy. For the fanon ships, it's not so much, so I have to go in and try to find ones for the different Fanon ships. By Fanon ships, like what I mean is, let me open up Blender real quick. Let's see here. Takes 10,000 hours to load. Let's do a... Artemis class, because that's one of my favorites. Oh, I only have the FBX, that's right. FBX. Go here, Artemis, Artemis FBX. Let me get this fixed real quick, and then I'll turn on the, there we go. Okay, go to OBS. Let's click on Blender. Alright, so this is the Artemis class battle cruiser. Looks super scuffy in Blender right now. It's one of my favorite ships. It still needs to get cleaned up because every time I transfer things over, they never want to work right. Needs to have these guns put over here. They still need to get finished. It's one of my favorites because it's basically just the sniper ship of the UNSC from Sins of the Prophets, which is a mod for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion, made by Choke Point Games. These turrets need to be fixed. Oh, this whole thing is like doubled over. Why is it? That's gonna need to get moved. Is that, what is that? Why does nothing ever want to work? Anyway, I'll work on this later, but yeah, so I'll, for this, it's a Fanon ship, so there's no canon information. So what I'll do is I'll try to find wherever I can get information about ships like this, and then I'll take them. This has 142 objects, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna join all that. Yay! Just so that I can get a sense of scale, that needs to be rotated. I'm really just gonna do all this. Real quick, and I can see that it's 1267 meters long, 1.267, and the Fanon thing for this looks like it's about 1250 meters. Yeah, 1.250. Or, yeah, 1250. So I would just make this... Oh, actually, it's pretty close. It's pretty on point. I got this from a guy who does these ships for me. He'll, like, get the rough, like 3D printable blockout versions and like add lots of really nice greebling to them and other bits, and kind of like make a Frankenstein ship using parts of other ships. But the overall design is from Sins of the Prophets, and cannot wait to get this in game and looking nice and purty and slap two big fat fucking guns on it. But anywho, let's get back to Starfield. Close out Blender so my computer doesn't cry. But other than that, yeah, no, the lore, like, information and all that stuff is thankfully readily available for Halo stuff. It's one of the boons of having a hugely successful and popular franchise. Where'd that Halcyon go? You're down here. Yep. Big girl. But anyway, that's enough about these. Actually, let me go back into stealth mode. I need to get a prowler in here, just a small, simple one, just so that I can have more fun when I roleplay in stealth mode with my ship. And then I need to apply the invisibility stealth factor to it. Although for UNSC ships that's going to be fun because they didn't get invisibility to them until the I think the Sahara class prowler had some stealth capabilities, or one of them, but that was like way late into the war, and before that they just used special stealth plating. It doesn't, but it does have like a 20... What is it? It's 2025? It does have a 24-year history. Technically older than that if you go back to like early Halo Alpha and Beta, like prototype stuff. Where was it? It was Crix, I want to say. No. This is the one. So we're going to go here. And we're going to go here first. It's got a pretty extensive wiki and a bunch of fan lore stuff too. I'll be streaming here project stuff on YouTube, but then I'm gonna move on to some gaming content later on, and I'll move over to Twitch for that, and so that'll take me about 15-ish minutes because I have to change it all in the OBS settings and everything, which is fun. One thing I will mention. Who the fuck? I really don't care, dude. One thing I will mention is that the big ships struggle in areas like this because they're really confined. I'll get the Pillar of Autumn here in a minute, and I'll show you what flying one of these ships around right now is actually like, and it's fun but also a pain. So let's go show you what the enemy looks like. Ooh. Keep in mind, it is still kind of buggy because, again, their like distance of interaction is weird, and their tracking and their ship behavior is based on the ships being much, much smaller. So, as you can see, they start out fine from where I place them in the cell view, but then they kind of just start collapsing in on each other, and for some reason attack each other, even though they should all be the same faction. Don't know why they're not. Yeah, you can see them using weapons on each other right now. We'll go ahead and give me some engines. Give me some boosting speed. Yeah, even their really small ships like the CAR class frigate is pretty big. Give me just a little bit of speed movement. Yeah, this is one of the tiny ones. Same with the Corvette. I'll have some smaller craft in here that kind of are actually about this size. They'll be not like proper ships. I don't know. It's kind of weird with Halo stuff. Like they're called liches. I don't know if you've ever played the Halo games. They're in Halo 4 and Halo 5, and technically in Halo Wars 2. Let's see if the collision is fixed on these. I'm hoping it is. Yeah, okay, there we go. I had to scale the size of these down, and now they are the proper size that they are. Within like a couple meters difference, I think. So if you ever played the Reach level, the space level in Reach, this is exactly how big it is in the game. The collision is again a giant box right now because it's easy for testing stuff. It might just be the stream stuff, but for me, I mean, the performance, I'm not having any real issues. Like, there's no lag on my end. I mean, I can shoot at one of these things to get them aggravated. Even these things, the CASs, and I finally got all 3 of them to spawn in. These are 5 point some odd kilometers long. They're pretty damn big. I don't know if the collision is still working on these or not. I think it's still a giant box. I don't know why it didn't save. Why? I need to figure out what's causing that issue. But, I mean, these things are pretty damn big. I can't get right up on them right now because, again, the collision's still bugged for me, but... Oh yeah, Halo Wars 1 is great, and it does not get the recognition it deserves. Fantastic cutscenes, great story, great characters, a fucking phenomenal soundtrack. The cinematics are some of the best in the series. Like, even better than some Halo 2 anniversary cutscenes, and I'll die on that fucking hill. Just the sheer vibe of some of the Halo Wars 1 stuff. When I hear Captain Cutter say 5 long years, oh god, chills to this day. Yeah, all these use vanilla materials, and honestly, I don't hate it. There's some things I definitely want to tweak, but for these Sonaris pattern heavy destroyers, you know, I kind of like how some of the detailing looks. And it's not bad for vanilla materials. The only thing that uses a custom material is the CCS right here. And that's because I'd have to splice up and split up this model a whole bunch. And I have some CCS models that I can cut up and change, do some different things with. And some armored RCS ones and stuff like that. This would be the one from, I mean, well, really CCSs are in almost every Halo game. They're in Halo 1, Halo 2, but only in cutscenes, I want to say. I don't think you really ever see any of them in Halo 2. The ship that got the most recognition in Halo 2 is the Siphon pattern CAS. But they're definitely in Halo 3, they're in Halo Reach, ODST, I don't know that you see any of them in Halo Wars. In Halo Wars, the one that took the big step was this bad boy, the Sonaris pattern, the CPV Heavy Destroyer. God, the collision is killing me more than anything else. You're gonna have fun. Yeah, honestly, I don't... Oh, and the CAS, I forgot, also has custom textures. I may end up changing that, honestly. Because I like the custom, like, vanilla material texture, how it looks on some of these ships and how it can differentiate them. Because using the dated Halo textures is annoying and it's a pain, and I can't just use high poly models for some of these ships as much as I would like to. I have a high poly CAS model, but it's just too much, and getting it into the game is way too much. We're talking like millions of polygons, And it lags when I load it up in Blender, so it'll crash this game, I know for sure. Let's piss off... Who's nearby? All you fuckers. See, it seems like they're close by. It seems like they're right next to me, but it's 2,000 meters away. I mean, these ships are almost 2 kilometers long. They're like 1.5 or something like that. Oh, your health is a little weird. That looks... let's, make sure I stay on target. Yeah! Hey! Fuckface! Yeah, and yeah, you can see now even the CAS is turned to engage me. I need to change their weapons. I wanted to give them starborn, like beam lasers. And it just didn't show up for some reason. I gave them starborn torpedoes, but those don't seem to be working for some reason. But the big turrets that I put on them are working, which is nice. Oh, they're all chasing after me. And if I try to fly through them, watch, they're just gonna... Boop. Yep. Oh, man, I'm pushing them around these giant, massive, several million-ton ships. I can't squeeze through them even though I'm a 20th of their size. And they're all just flying into each other. They don't have any, like, destroyed stuff yet. I haven't made, like, pieces for them to be cut up into. But, like, you can hit them. If you can hit them. And there is a ship in there, so... Now this thing, I don't know that you'll be able to even make a dent in it. I put like so many shields on this thing. Yeah, I'm doing like no damage on it. That works, but for some reason the starborn torpedoes don't want to work. Or the other laser turrets I put on them. I also want to make a custom laser thing or particle beam effect, and then tint the color of it so that it looks more like, you know, Covenant weaponry. I don't want to leave. I mean, they're not going to be able to outrun me once I boost. Because I've got God mode on, because I'm a cheating whore. You think they know where I am? Bring it! Oh, man. So, yeah, that's what that looks like. Let's see. I want to be outside the system when it, when it spawns in, so let's do that. Another thing I want to change is the warp effect. I want to try and make a cool, oh. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, buddy. No one's coming after me no matter where I land. I also want to get rid of all the shields that are on the UNSC ships and replace them with like extra armor and hull. All that stuff is in my video on my channel where I explain all that stuff. So I'm gonna save right here, and then I'm going to quit to main menu real quick. And we'll see if the changes that I made to the Autumn are in effect. We'll go into creations real quick. This one looks really cool, the Deimos one. I like the different designs on some of these. Really sick looking. And I still haven't gotten Watchtower. I would like to. Just to test it out and see how King Gath did some of that stuff. And once I get everything polished, I did upload the Autumn on here for a little bit, but it wasn't working on creations so much, so I took it down. Now, hopefully that I've replaced the custom textures with vanilla ones, I can get it to work correctly. Let's see here. But I need to go through and fix the geometry on it as well. Yeah, I am gonna have the, I don't know why it keeps wanting to do that. I am gonna have the, UC outfit replaced with marine armor, but probably not that version, because that's the Halo Reach and Halo, Infinite style armor. And that's going to be for the UNSC Army and some other different special forces stuff. And the UNSC Marines are going to be more wearing the Halo 2 anniversary style armor, as I've explained before. Yeah, there's a bunch of different, like, really nice plated metal textures that actually work really good. I don't know if the UNSC armor is actually on here right now. Let me see. Where's the search bar? I never use this, so let's just try that. It might be this one. Oh, well, there's this. I actually haven't noticed. Oh, this is the weapons from Halo 5, I want to say. Yeah, this is like Halo 4, Halo 5 weapons, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't hate them so much, it's just not my favorite thing. The turret and the Spartan laser look nice. I'll probably end up having to use the Halo 5 Spartan laser model, because there hasn't been one since Halo 5, which sucks, because the Spartan laser is such a fucking awesome weapon since Halo 3, but got squashed, sadly. So, apparently, a lot of people in the Halo community have like mixed feelings about it, which I think is bonkers, but you know, whatever. To each their own. Oh, and then there's the only Nova Finch Halo mod for Starfield so far. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. I didn't know he had that one on there. Oh, he's done lots of stuff with this. I did not know that. Wonder if he'll do more Halo stuff. I know he's worked on that big mod project he's working on. And then I've heard people talk about this one and make a reference to like a pelican kind of thing. A little bit. like it. Honestly, to me, it looks more like the UNSC Owl. If you've ever seen that, it looks really good. Oh, and then 510 Deshaun's ODST armor, which it uses the Halo Infinite Rakasha, whatever it's called, Raksha base. You can see clearly here, and the shoulders are sort of weird, and the leg base is off. It's a nice armor port. Oh, and the chest plate too, which you can see here. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Just not what I'm gonna end up using. Not my vision. I do like that America paint job though. That's nice. That's really cool. I can't find the UNSC stuff. Let me try just. Let's try that. No, no UNSC armor on here. That sucks. Well, as soon as I can get over to working on armor stuff, you know. No, it's nice. I'm not sliding 510 Deshaun's work. It's good port, solid port. Just not what I want to do. There's some Halo Infinite bases that I like, but mostly probably the things that are going to take priority are the H2A, the Halo 2 Anniversary, ODST armor, just because I like how it looks, and the Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach style ODST armors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'll go from there. I use like some different variations based on the Halo Wars ODST variants that I actually do think are pretty cool. As you can see from my profile picture down here in the bottom right, I do like some Infinite ODST style stuff. So let's go ahead and load that in and see if the Pillar of Autumn will work, because I have not tried to do this from a preloaded save. I've always tried a fresh save for the Autumn. I also haven't tested it since I updated the textures or the materials. So we'll go here, and then it should be, yep, right there. Let's see how this works. And my ship engine's down. Alright. So far, it looks super blocky. Do not love that. Yeah, I need to fix the shading on it again, probably. And that shine. I don't know why it has that. I need to fix the metallic on it. Probably take it off and replace the material on there. I tried a different UNSC plated material, or a different ship plated metal material than the one I put on most of the other UNSC ships. This one's more like what's on the Punic and the Epoch carrier right now. And some parts of it don't look too bad. Other parts of it I'm not a huge fan of. How does the bridge look? Yeah, looks kind of weird. As always, it looks great in the shadows. Let's see how this works. The setup crew. What's up, man? What's your question? How's it going? Let's board this. Right now, it just has a vanilla interior. I don't have the custom actual Pillar of Autumn interior in here yet. I am working on that, but with the announcement of the new Halo remake, I may end up actually putting that off and just leave this vanilla material in here, or this vanilla interior in here for now. And the same goes with the exterior. I'll probably just get it to where it's in a good functioning state, and then I won't do any work on it for a while until I get the new release. Because if the new Pillar of Autumn model from the new remake looks really good, and I have a feeling that it will, then I'll probably end up porting that. If I can get the model for it, which it uses the Reach engine, or a modified version of the Reach engine. And, oh yeah, I've redid the panel textures in here, so it's not just gray anymore. Looks a little better, slightly improved. You know, not great still. Still need to fix all this shit. And I still have this super weird leftover and this dumbass seat, which isn't even my fault. I had nothing to do with this. I just didn't notice it and didn't fix it until later, and now I have, and I need to update the models and the NIFs and all that. I'm gonna do some more work on the ships, and then I'll work on fixing up the Autumn, because I've taken a break from it to work on a bunch of other stuff. Setup crew, what's your question, man? Oh, yeah, I know. Well, this is the music that's playing right now is from my OBS. It's not a mod or like a soundtrack or anything that's in the game. Let's see here. I still need to put a collision thing right there so people don't fall down here, because I can't get this ladder to actually function like a real ladder, because if it did, you would climb up it and then turn the other direction, or like try to step off to the side instead of climbing up and straight over. And it's really annoying that it does that, but it does. I was wondering if you were going to do one-to-one version for all the ships. Also, have you considered making it possible to make your own Halo ships? So, as far as 1-to-1, 1-to-1, do you mean the scaling? Because all the ships are to scale. Like this Pillar of Autumn is slightly bigger than the in-lore size of the Pillar of Autumn. The in-lore size is 1.17 kilometers. Ha ha, Halo number. And I think my Pillar of Autumn is 1.3 kilometers actually, because that's just how it ended up clashing out. So all the ships are to scale, and they will be to scale. I can actually, hold on. We'll see. We'll undock here. We'll make this my home ship. We're gonna go down here, make home ship, confirm, and register for a modest amount. You can only see this area right here, because that's where all the interior is. It's so stupid. And that's where the cockpit is, and it doesn't register the rest of the ship as an actual part with all the individual stuff, because I still need to fix the geometry. Anyway, to make your own Halo ships, I'm not going to have any of the ships be constructible. They're all going to be pre-built, and you'll have to go to a specific location to get ships. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Only because it causes a lot of issues. As you can see, yeah, the inside is all scruff and hollow, and That's the other thing, is that I'm not going to adjust the camera stuff on this, just because doing so causes a lot of problems with using smaller ships. Yeah, this is, as you can see, I'm flying the Pillar of Autumn right now, and you can make this your home ship. But for now, I just recommend flying in first person for the most part, because the inside is just going to look like this, and you'll be able to see the interiors with all the fun little stuff that's on them. Let's see how the Mac gun and all that other stuff works right now. I think the turrets might be broken still, I don't know. Yeah, the Mac gun's still scuffed. I need to figure out how to get it to where it only fires in a narrow area from the front right there. Haven't been able to get that just yet. Gave it a modest amount of missiles as well. The Pillar of Autumn does turn relatively slow. I fixed her turn rate and all that stuff for the size that she is. Let's go compare her to some other ships now. Let's go over here real quick. Yeah, so it conflicts with like play stores yourself and other stuff like that. And if I made these where you can customize the interior, I'd have to do a whole lot of extra stuff to it, and it would cause a whole slew of problems that I just don't really want to deal with, if I'm being too honest. Oh, you can compare the two different versions. I need to get the Flight 2 Halcyon in here as a ship as well. Get over here. Trying to get this lined up right. God, why does it do that when I angle over? Go away. I am trying to take cinematic shots here, game. I hate that when you go out, change like from different perspectives in the free cam mode back to the regular mode, it like just goes based on where your mouse actually is, and it doesn't recenter your mouse automatically for you. I wish it would just do that. Where's that setting, Bethesda? Please. Okay. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna toggle free cam. And it's already bugging out. Awesome. Oh, Lord. Anyway. Let's see. No problem, Paul. Take it easy. Have a good day. Or good night, whichever time zone you're in. With the Halo ships, would you have halves and all the ship parts so that we can make like smaller ships? I also wouldn't mind testing this on Xbox. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to make individual halves, like in parts, to build stuff with. Like I said, they're all going to be pre-built, and the hull, like the actual parts that look like the UNSC bits, I'm probably not going to cut those up and make them buildable parts as well. Like I said, that's a whole lot of stuff for something that may work well in the Starfield universe, but in Halo, if the UNSC wanted to modify ships and stuff in that nature, they would usually just make a different ship. You see very rarely, few times does this happen, like with the Halcyons, how this is one version of the Halcyon, and the Flight 1 version is a different, version. Frigates all look similar, but they're different classes of frigates. They're designed slightly differently. So yeah. TFC 1 would have helped. What do you mean, Commando? Let's go. Oh, hold on. What is that? Oh, I think that's a legendary ship down here. But we're gonna go up to... where was it? Oh, actually we're gonna make sure all my stuff's powered down first. Autumn's going into stealth mode, baby. As you can see, I gave her way too much power. And then we're gonna jump. What's TFC 1? Is that some Zoomer lingo? I don't know. I'm old. All right. Now let's get shot at. Oh, see, now they're behaving. That's suspicious. Now they want to play nice with each other. Oh, probably because they already killed the other one. And maybe it was just that one ship that sent them all into a frenzy. But now they're not attacking me, so I don't know what the fuck, guys. Ready for a weird and unwelcome sight? It's the Pillar of Autumn in her original job, Operation Red Flag, guys. Which will be a mission option, probably. Given the alternative timeline stuff I'm gonna do for the story. So, if you ever wanted to see how Operation Red Flag would have gone down, hey. Or at least my take on how it would have gone down. We're gonna park you... oof. Right here. I don't have any thrusters on this damn thing, so she slows down like shit. For a brick, she flies pretty bad. Alright, now we're gonna toggle free cam. Alright, there you go. Boy oh boy, isn't that just super weird. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. That looks nice. I wish I had a PC that I could do my own mods for Starfield, though I do have a massive mod idea, but it would take time. What's your mod idea, man? You know, there's lots of things out there, lots of things you can do. Uh, and honestly, no, I get it. I mean, it took me a while to get my PC set up and done the right way. All I can say is, if you're gonna do it, you gotta start just chipping away at it. Start with a case, get a motherboard, you know, get the minimum specs for Starfield. You can run it on, I just changed my graphics card, but you can run it on like a 1650 Super, and you can probably get that for like I'm pretty sure I got mine for like 80 some odd bucks on eBay, and that was like a steal. That was like no time at all. Well, not no time at all. It was a decent wait, but you know, once it all got working and everything, and you just get parts from there. You know, get a CPU here and some RAM here, and you just scour the internet, get some good stuff. Because honestly, with the price that the Xbox is purported to be, the new Xbox, it's just not worth it in my opinion anymore. And I've been an Xbox fanboy forever. You know, when I first started gaming back in like the late 90s and early 2000s, when I was a wee lad, you know, it was PlayStation because that's all there was, and then Xbox came out, and then Halo, and the first time I played Halo was shortly before Halo 2 came out, and I haven't touched a PlayStation since, really. Let's see here, how big, well, let me get into a better position, honestly. She's a ghost. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Pardon me. Oof. Hey, 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 excuse me. Excuse me. You know, it's rude to nudge into strangers on purpose. Alright, it was an accident when I did it. Now you're just being a dick. Oh, god damn it. Oh, see, look what you did. Now he's leaving. Wee. Baby, come back. I'll just go bother one of the static ones, because you assholes keep moving. Yeah, she's gonna have a learning curve when you start to pilot her, 'cause she's big. Like, really big. Nope, yep, see, I knew it was gonna do that shit. Backing up. See how they look side by side. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's sit pretty and tight right there. We'll turn free cam on. Oh yeah. That's the Covenant Cruiser versus the Pillar of Autumn, and the Pillar of Autumn is 200 meters longer than she normally would be. And the Covenant Cruiser is still bigger, and the Covenant Cruiser is to scale. I recently had to alter the scale of the Corvettes because they were way too big, but I was able to fix them, and now they're slightly smaller than the CAR, or Car class frigates. These are only 1,000 meters long. And the Corvettes, I think, are like 900 something, I want to say. They're pretty big, but not as big as some of the other ones. The Sonaris patterns are pretty big, and the CAS battle cruisers, I think, are 1.5 kilometers, or maybe more. 1.7, 1.9, under 2,000. I'm pretty sure, because the CAS is about 5 kilometers and some change. And I mean, you can see right next to it, one of these things only makes up about a fourth of that size, something like that. So the autumn looks really... I like that screenshot. Or that, that angle. Let me get a better angle with the lighting. Oh yeah, with the sun. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That looks good. Big ship. Yes, yes, they are big ships. But as big as she is, because let me see if I can't get in here without zooming through and changing my camera speed. That's the bridge, and this is about the size of the Deimos bridge, the big one. You know, with some alterations made, because that's what I used as a reference for the layout of the Pillar of Autumn bridge. Is I just replaced a Deimos one. And when I redo this, I'm probably not going to do it in parts like the bridge and the individual habs and all that. All these ships, including the UNSC and the Covenant ships and all that, are probably all going to have custom interior cells done. So it's easier that way, which is another big reason why I'm not going to do it like in parts and all that. It's because I can do more with interior cells. You know, I can slap like a tram and an elevator inside, or like have teleport buttons so you could, instead of having to walk, I am going to change the distance down, or the free cam speed down a little bit. We'll do 10. Yeah. So instead of having to walk all the way through all this, you know, let's say you want to get from one area to like the engine room when I add that in, or the hangars, or the cryo bay, or cafeteria, or the armory, you know, stuff like that. You can just go into the, you know, air quotes, tram room, let's say like right here, and you get into a tram, and you press a button, and it just teleports you to another section with a tram room or near that area, and then you can go there, and that way I don't have to actually make any animations, because that can cause like lagging and stuff in spaceships and weird cell issues and all that. But anywho, let's change that back and disable free cam, and then let's go up here, because I've shown off how small the ship is compared to, or how big the ship is compared to like your vanilla size Starfield ships. But let's get up nice and cozy. And slow way the hell down. And then let's go into free cam. Yeah, even with the massive Halcyon, it's just tiny compared to the CAS. Which, by the way, oh, is it not showing up in here? Probably because this is an earlier version. No, there's all those things. Where the fuck is the, oh, here it is. Yeah, this is how big this ship is. Here's that big, whoever this bridge is by. I think it's a Nova Bridge. Yeah, I think it's a Nova Bridge. Here's this big ass ship bridge, and some big sections that would fill up like an M-class ship. Right? Fairly big. 3 shields. 3 very high-powered shields. And then all the neck. And all the way back over here. And then down in here some ways. And all the way in here. Underneath this giant glassing beam / troop deployment bay. Is another core section with all the M-class habs. And they are dwarfed. These are all M-class, except for the lasers. And just tiny compared to the rest of this thing. Well, that sounds cool, yeah. The setup crew. That's kind of one facet of what I'm doing with this project, because it's not just these ships. It's a whole Halo conversion thing. So there's these, and you know, Pillar of Autumn stuff, and there's going to be weapons and armor, and I've made a whole video on it. You can go check it out. There's timestamps if you want to jump around. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, these things. The giant turrets. From the spoiler alert, from the Crimson Fleet end quest with the UC Vigilance, and these giant turrets here, the space ones. I strapped one of those on the front. I thought they fired a continuous beam. They don't. I need to figure out how to get the Starborn weapons to work on here, because I put 2 Starborn torpedoes on here, and they don't work. So I need to figure out what that's all about. They also don't have any physical object, so I just put them right here and right here, and you can't see them, they're invisible. Yeah. And then I'd also like to make animations for these things entering planetary atmospheres. And let's see here. This one and this one. And this one's got some here, but I think they also have one here in their troop deployment bay. Yeah, same thing here. And I believe it's the same with the Corvettes. Yep. Although I need to fix the material on that. I put a blue glowing material on it, and I thought it would just make a big blue pastel glow. Kind of like this. But I can see that they're scuffed, so I need to change them. And these don't even have any engine effects on them, and I need to put some. Same with the CAR. This... Oh no, it does have a glassing beam. Yep. Okay. Those things would enter above like an area and glass the surface. You know, something like that. So, love to do something with that. Oh, I still need to fix these. Why will these not like clean up no matter what I do to them? They always want to look scuff and weird. Anywho, that is that's gonna be it for now. We'll head back to UNSC controlled space. So I'll show you some of the ones that will be flyable and one that definitely will not be flyable. For the Covenant side, at least for a long while, none of those will be flyable. I may include flyable Covenant ships as like its own separate thing as a different like standalone mod. But for now, a lot of this stuff is intended to work with the story aspect of the project, and so if you know anything about UNSC engagements, you'll know that theft of a Covenant vessel was a next to rare thing. You can count the number of times it happened on one hand, and the number of times it was successful with one finger. So oh, hello. Again, even with the massive Pillar of Autumn dwarfed by the Punic. The Punic is like the proto-Infinity ship. It was the super carrier before the Infinity. It's actually a insurrectionist era ship, which is insane. And think behind me that should be the Vigilance. I actually really want to see what it looks like with these two monstrosities docked, and so I'm gonna do that. Because this is just the Vigilance, but with like a hull piece for like a shell. Yep, if I can. There we go. This is gonna crash my game. I'm waiting for it to happen. Oh boy. What does that look like? Where am I? Oh, am I inside completely? Oh, wow, I am inside completely. That's not even... Where's the ship? See, there's me, and the UC Vigilance is supposed to be... Oh! Right there. There she is. Oh, so I guess you can dock on any of the ship ports. Let's slow down my free cam again. Yeah, here's the Vigilance. I just kind of tucked it away somewhere and shoved the docking port right near the door, or the wall, I mean, in an area where it kind of makes sense, but not really. Eventually, of course, none of this will exist, and I won't have to worry about it. But for now, for the replacer-only aspect of it, you know, it works. I just didn't realize that it would just shove me. That's, again, just to showcase how massive these ships are. The whole of the Pillar of Autumn, to scale, and you can barely see it inside this ship. Only barely poking out right here, and that's because it's like to one side. And here, so what the fuck is this guy doing? What are you? Who are you? What are you doing? So let's get out of free cam and we'll see if it breaks my shit. Oh, okay, it just pushes me out. That's nice. It's convenient. So Surge. So the big ones, the Punic, will not be flyable. The new M-class ships, anything over 2.5 kilometers, not going to be flyable. However, these ships, like the one I'm in now, the Halcyon class, the Marathon class cruiser, right there to my right, and the Epoch class carrier, just above me, will be flyable. You can see some Flight 1 Halcyon model right there. Let's gently nudge myself right in here. Slow way down. And then we'll go back in a free cam. Bump that up a little bit. So yeah, you can see that she's a little bit bigger than the Pillar of Autumn. The Epoch and the Phoenix class, which I don't have a model of in game yet, which is the Spirit of Fire from Halo Wars, are 2.5 kilometers long, and that is the limit that I'm setting for myself to make pilotable and flyable ships, because they're already big as shit, and they're already going to have a lot of issues. And that's where the bridge on that one would be. And this is the bridge for the Punic class. Again, it doesn't look like it, but it's absolutely massive. And of course the Halcyon Flight 1 has almost the same bridge as the Flight 2 model. This one's slightly different because I've altered it a little bit, but they're fairly similar. Yeah, and you're all jumping in willy-nilly. And the bridge to the Marathon is down here. Similar location to the Pillar of Autumn, as they have or the Halcyon class rather, as they have a similar overall profile. Just the Marathon's slightly different. So anything this size and smaller, flyable. At least on the UNSC side, for the story stuff. Anything bigger than that, not flyable. So this the Punic class, not flyable. Yeah, Starborn weapon is the only true beam weapon. See, that's what I thought. Besides the player weapons, which I mean I could just swap over an effect and try to scale it up and all that. And I may do that because like the mining laser works really well. Yeah. Native base unit is meters. Used to be 1/16 of an inch for all previous games. Yeah, that's fucking insanity. That is absolutely bonkers stupid. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah, see, some of these will just move around. Other ones don't really move that much. I think the Vigilance moves a little bit. These guys I placed here are pretty static. Don't have any movement profile to them. Because I haven't given them any AI, I think. If I give them an AI, I think they'll behave differently, but I haven't messed with that other than just giving them ship stuff. For the big carriers, obviously a carrier, you're going to want to have fighters. And so as soon as I can figure out how to get the fighters to spawn and despawn, then that will be one of the things on the ship, along with these massive fucking cannons. Just for scale of how big these cannons are, they're like, I don't know, I want to say this whole turret is like 200-ish meters long. It's huge. This whole thing, just this turret, is like bigger than the UC Vigilance, I'm pretty sure. It's called a breakwater coil gun. Some pretty big turrets on the side there, missiles, all that good jolly stuff. But that's gonna be it. Oh, let me show you how she handles landing. I've actually never landed her on Mars, so this will be an interesting experience. Let's go to Sidonia. No, there isn't something we need to discuss. I don't know you. I gotta erase that debt for you real fast. You ever just do that? You ever just quick save and then point your gun at NPCs? No, just me. So this is what she looks like landed. She's floating up in the air right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get a small craft to spawn and despawn on the surface. So like when you land, it'll spawn like a pelican or something else here on the ground, and then you can go and interact with it, and it'll, you know, leave up, and the ship will launch into space. That's what I want to happen, because as it stands right now, actually that didn't look too bad with the thing launched right next to it. That looks pretty good, actually. I'd like to get, for like big landing pads on the surface, something like that for special locations. Normally, however, I don't think it'll be good to have massive ships like this land on the planet, because right now it's performing pretty good. I don't even know what my settings are now with my new graphics card. Oh, everything's still set to very low. Yeah, well. Performing pretty decently. Where's my vehicle, too? Oh, I don't think I bought one yet. Hold on, where's the ship technician? This takes so long. The door is invisible for these. So... where am I at? Should be... around here somewhere. It's probably straight back here. Yeah, here it is. So, door's invisible. It is here. It's about halfway, like right where the line is on the first little set of pads. Or the little, whatever you want to call them, things. Let me go grab a vehicle really quick, because I haven't bought one on this account, or on this playthrough. It would look terrible in New Atlantis. Actually, most of the screenshots and the video footage I take of the Pillar of Autumn for my video that's up on my channel are in New Atlantis. And it didn't look too bad, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. Can I just fast travel to my fucking rev? I think I can. Oh, nice. Look at that. And because I have God mode on, whee! I'd like to figure out how to do this permanently, without the engine effects, obviously, so that I can make flying vehicles, like the Falcon and a few others. You know, and maybe even a landside Pelican that isn't just a spaceship Pelican. Oh yeah. Looks pretty cool. It looks like the final mission in Halo Reach with the Autumn docked at that one location. The little space-side dry dock. Now the Autumn should have custom collision blocks on it, but they're still pretty routine and basic. And I did not do a good job of... Yep, nope. So they're super weird and bugged out. Yep. Alright, let's try that again. Turn around. Warthog run, guys. Only it's actually size accurate, so it only takes 5 minutes instead of 127 hours. Okay. It doesn't clip into the buildings because I have it setting up off the ground really high. It does clip when it takes off though, but that's about it. I can go to New Atlantis real quick and show you what I'm talking about. I mean, she's absolutely massive. She really is just a big girl. And I can't even begin to imagine what the Epoch would look like at this distance. is just insane. I have learned so much since I first started working on this thing. But let's take her to a couple different neon. I think she'll definitely clip through. Now I just want to see what she'll look like at all the big locations. So I'm gonna go to Jemison, and then we're gonna go to New Atlantis. Alright, yeah. Yeah, there you go. She just sits right here. She gets pretty close to this building. I am not jetpacking all the way up there. Can I just, hey, I'm far enough away, it'll work. I'm lazy. Would be needing a smaller craft to land on planets. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to make it to where large ships like this cannot land on planets if you have a certain mass size. I think like frigates and smaller, because they actually do land on planets, but in the Halo universe, usually you don't see big ships like this actually landing on planets. They send down smaller craft. And so, you know, it'd be like a Pelican or some other stuff like that. There's a lot of different things I want to try for for functionality's sake. A lot of things for, you know, these really control pretty decently in the air without anything, like even without the engines going, you move around pretty decently. And that's how tall she is too. Like, biggest building in New Atlantis, and she barely towers over the top of it. She's a big ship, is what I'm trying to say here, partner. I'm trying to create my own planetary cells because I've got some new Alexandria buildings I want to try placing around, but apparently it's a massive pain in the ass. So I may just try to edit the New Atlantis cell and replace some of these buildings, like some of the static ones that don't really do much of anything, and see how that works first, and then move some doors around and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Check chat. Yeah, they do flying vehicles. It is kind of weird and buggy. Unfortunately, all the flying vehicles are all paid creations, which does kind of suck for me. Yeah. So this is how she compares to New Atlantis. Now, Neon, I feel like, is just gonna be her clipped through the damn building. Oh, you know what we could do? No, we'll save that for last. That's definitely gonna crash my game if I take it to fuck, what's it called? The damn country planet. God, I'm blanking on the name right now. I'm such a good mod author, guys. Such a good stream content. Where is... Oh, Volley. That's what it is. Or Vol 2, whatever you want to call it. Volley Alpha. Here we go. No, it is... I don't know. Let's go to Neon. Yeah, I know, but I feel scummy doing stuff like that. You know, I'm not like against paid mods or anything. It's just one, I'm broke until I can get ad revenue generated from some of my content. So if you don't mind liking and subscribing and sharing my content, guys, that would be great. What a waste of a whole planet. I mean, you have this whole water location, and it's just one city on it. Aquila City, that's what it's called. Alright, so far so wet. Not terrible. Oh, maybe she doesn't clip over. Let's see. I mean, that is a, hold on. I gotta get out and take this screenshot. That is haunting to look at. Oh, that is sick. Hold on. Where's the... Here we go. Oh, that is so... Let me try to get, like, centered. That is nice. Oh, yeah. That looks good. That is pretty. Okay. Now that I'm done, creaming all over my own creation. Hey guys, don't mind me, I'm just gonna bypass security. Why aren't there more like small flying craft in the Starfield universe? You know, like it just seems like it's missing some small details. More flying in like regular land, like moving vehicles and all that. That's another thing I really want to look into trying to get work is like other vehicle. Wow, it just barely, narrowly misses. Oh, we're gonna go for a ride. Just barely, by the skin of its teeth. And my totally not loading in bridge. All this water and one big bubble. Oh, what the shit? What was that? What the fuck? Hold on. What have I just found? Is this like a door? What is this? Alright guys, I'm hopping out. Have fun. It's just like a wall. That's... What the hell? It's not from the Pillar of Autumn. This has to be like a weird neon thing. Has anyone else found out about this? It's got collision. What the fuck? Probably like some leftover or something when they were building it and got lost up here. I don't know, man. That's so weird. Anyway, we're gonna ODST style drop into the water and not actually sink. They need to do like some swimming stuff, because not doing anything in the water is ridiculous. Hello, sir. Shadows. Shork. I mean, some of these creatures look so sick looking. I don't know, it just feels like a waste to have all this cool underwater stuff and not be able to swim. It really does. I'll get some more cinematic shots while I'm out here. Hold on. Oh, oh yeah, that looks good. Alright. Next gen car tech, guys. I know. It just seems like a lot. I don't know. I feel like they may add it in later on. It only seems like the right choice to make. Because, like, there's so much cool stuff underwater. So many things you could do. So many, you know, missed opportunities. I don't know. I feel like if we're vocal enough about stuff, I mean, did they ever actually plan to add in vehicles? Or did they crunch that stuff last minute because we bugged them about it? I don't know. I don't know the right moves here. I'm coming in hot. And not being able to drive. Alright, where's another good place to go check? Lag City, here we come. Alright guys, place your bets. How likely am I gonna just crash my game? Alright. Let us know now. Alright, we're either gonna crash or it's gonna look nice. You're damn right I entered Freestar Collective Space. Oh, you show up as the Freestar ones. Okay. Well, at least that's working. Any other UNSC ships? No? No? Okay. I'll need to change the naming convention on the ones that are supposed to show up here, but... Because where the mod takes place, timeline-wise, before the UNSC, there was the CMA, the Colonial Military Authority / Administration. Depending on what piece of media you're reading, the name actually changes. So. I actually had to have custom engine effects made for the UNSC ships because you can only scale up things so large in Starfield, and the largest M-class engines didn't fit all the way scaled up on the backs of the UNSC ships. I don't know what I'm going to do for some of the really big ships. Anywho. Let's see if it crashes. Yeah, I honestly though, here's the thing. For the shield stuff down here on the bottom right, what I'm probably gonna do is for UNSC ships, I'm gonna change that to armor, and finagle that a whole bunch, and you know, for the ship repair kits, instead of repairing your hull, it will repair your armor maybe, or maybe it will repair your hull, and instead of your armor recharging, you know, it just chips away like your hull, but you have to go to specific places to get it fixed. A bunch of stuff I gotta look into, but toying around with some of those ideas. Something like that that'll work with UNSC ships and still give it a decent chance against working against Covenant ships. So yeah, there is a beta version of the Pillar of Autumn on Nexus right now, and that's the thing I'm working on the most. The ships I might put out, and if I can get the geometry and all of them squared away, then I'll upload those to creations as well. Yeah, the UNSC ships don't have shields until really late in the war, and it's only a couple of them. Oh wow, I'm surprised how not lagging I am right now. Like, even with the autumn, that's crazy. I'm waiting for it to happen. Hello. How's it going?
Hold it. Folks might be in danger. I guess that'd be the marshals. Frankly, it ain't.
Am I the only one who thinks this is like some of the best armor in the game? Honestly, this and the first armor, it just looks so cool. I'm here to help. Assault the building. Come down from the top. I'll crash in through the roof, guys. Don't worry about damages. I'm like a superhero. I don't worry about the price of what I do to these buildings. I don't know. I feel like you can kind of tell the vehicles kind of were added in like last minute just because people felt like they needed them. Because there's no infrastructure to support you having or using vehicles. There really just is not. You know, there's some trails, some stuff looks kind of cool, but other than that, you know, it's pretty bleak. Just drive on a path meant for walking. Yeah, I mean, you know. Listen, roads used to be for pedestrians, and now they're exclusively for vehicles. So someone's got to make the first, you know, the first crunch. Woo! The collision is just a big block. Oh, what the fuck is that? That looks weird. Ah, yes. Nothing. Can you tell I'm on low settings, guys? I will need voice actors, but that is much later down the line. Like probably more than a year or two away. Depending on how things develop. I don't know. If I can get some more team members aboard, now that things are starting to streamline and run smoothly, and I can start pumping things out really well, and I've got dedicated stuff. Let's see how quickly I can get over there. Woo! I'm surprised I have not just crashed completely. Yeah, so I created custom collision blocks, and so it's just fuck off. It's just like custom weird blocks. Uh, oh, it's one of these stupid fucking things. Okay, it's just another farm. I thought you were gonna be something interesting. Honestly, I could just slap like a husk of a shell over the Rev 8. I really could. And it would just look fucking terrible. Uh, for like a falcon, so I can just fly around with this shit, and it looks ugly as sin. I may end up doing that for a couple things, just for my own funsies, while I work on stuff. So the next time you guys see this, I'm flinging around in style. Ooh. Here at NASCAR, we've leveled things up a bit. We think people driving around and making left turns isn't good enough. We've added some obstacles on the road. Alright. What happens if I just drop on this fucking robot? Oh, you sneaky bitch. Get back here. Alright, that was pretty funny. Woo! Okay, you are made of tinfoil. How do you not just fold immediately? Give me a bounty, see if I care. I should have gotten the rocket one. That's what I should have gotten. No. I mean, I like other franchises, but there's already, like, people working on a big Star Wars one. You know, there's Star Trek, there's Doctor Who, you know, stuff like that. You know, I've even seen some discussions of Stargate stuff. You know, Michael, who will make ships from other franchises. Mass Effect, there's a pretty big, like, Mass Effect project that's being worked on. Ah, yes, giant space turtle dinosaur. No match for my cunning. Oh, it's starting to lag. Hold on, I've got an idea. They need help at the bank. I'll send my best. Oh, there goes my Rev 8. Oh, hey, it landed right where I wanted it to. I, on the other hand, have a broken limb. I'm here to help. I didn't say I was here to help you. I'm actually the other bank robber you should have worried about. You know what's dumb is that it's not going to let me get away with this. And I wish that it would. I wish I could just kill this stupid son of a bitch. You I can kill. I don't know what you're shooting at like you're invincible. No, I'm okay. You can't see? Although hopefully that fixed it. Alright, I'm just dicking around at this point. You're not even wearing armor. You're not even an officer of the law. Leave this to the police and run away. What are you doing? No, I'm good. You know what? There you go, buddy. Am I? 'Cause no, I'm not. I'm mining. This is how I stopped raiders. You think I can't handle from fucking backwaters Aquila security guys? A lot of people don't know this, but the mining laser actually has an alternative, stronger firing mode. You just gotta hold down the aim reticle. It changes. Where are you going? You think you can escape me? I am inevitable. He just took out a knife! He's got a knife! Run! Oh. Excuse me, Mario the plumber? A lot of these people don't know that I'm a bad man. That's right. You submit to me now. Alright, I'm done here. Is making a slave one ship mod. Yeah, no, I've heard a bunch of people are making... Star Wars is like the most popular thing to work on right now. Oh, is that... Hello, Artemibs. Are you at my feet? My cat is on a pillow next to my feet. Imagine a mod that has Halo and Star Trek and Mass Effect and Star Wars with everything from the franchise. Hey, look, Matt, if somebody wants to take all that stuff and even some of my stuff and make some sort of, like, weird super universe timeline stuff, you are more than welcome. You know, just as long as they credit all the original people who did all that work. I will more than be happy to hand over whatever they need to do that stuff. That sounds super cool. Like a Ready Player One sort of scenario. That'd be sick. Alright, it is 10:30. I'm actually late for switching over to my game stream on Twitch. I will probably be playing modded Halo MCC or Project Stardust on Roblox because I've finally unlocked my tier 5 ships and I'm grinding away to get the Punic. So if you guys are interested in fun gaming content, go ahead and check my links for... I think they should be up on YouTube. Let me check, actually. I don't know if my Twitch is linked to my YouTube. It should be. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay, I need to fix that real quick. If I don't get this done in time, then you can find it over on the Discord. So please join the Discord if you want more info about the Age of Reclamation stuff, all the different things that I'm doing. I post regular updates there. I have a video on my channel, a dedicated video that talks about the different aspects. It doesn't cover a bunch of other different things like vehicles and stuff like that, but it does cover most of the broad questions for things. Let me manage my links on YouTube real quick, because I am a genius and I totally forgot to include my Twitch. So there we go, there's that. There we go, it's on, there it goes. We're gonna take a brief break while I get things switched over on OBS. See you, Scrive. So if you guys want to watch some Halo content, come over on Twitch. I'll post the link in my Discord when I go live. It should be here in like 15-ish, 20 minutes. I'm gonna re-up on drinks and food and as I get it all set up. So, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Please give me a subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff. I try to post updates here every Wednesday where I either work on stuff or show off stuff that I've been working on. And then after that I do game streams, and then I stream on Sundays for games as well. So thank you, everyone, and I'll see anyone who wants to come to the game stuff after that. So be back in 15-20 minutes on Twitch.